now, the support staff becomes pretty important. Not that they're not always important, but now with the pandemic and what they're allowed to do, for instance, if you've never been in the basement of the West End Zone and you see all of the equipment and the apparel and shoes and everything, the locker room that Justin is overseeing, it's massive. And now you can start to send some of that out to athletes that may need it while they're training away from school during this. First of all, good morning, Justin. How are you doing, and how's your family doing?
Everything's good here on this front. How about you? How's your family doing?
Doing good. Yeah, I mean the coach up at NEO's got more than he can handle, but hey, that's kind of the way of the world right now, and Mama and I are here. We're swimming along. So far, no cabin fever, and I actually am finding that my wife and I can spend more time together than I probably previously thought we should.
Well, it's definitely an adjustment for all of us. You're probably going to get arrested at least 2 or 3 times by two little ones I've got with me right now. But
That's
yeah,
okay.
it, there is some good things about this. It's definitely given us some time with family, which we've taken advantage of in our house. So
Yeah, are you doing some homeschooling too?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
My pre-K guy is missing school a lot, so we're trying to. Hey, hold on just a second. Daddy's on the phone. As you can tell, he leaves school, so we're trying to make it as comfortable for him at the house as we can. But it's definitely an adjustment for everybody.
and that's what Zach and Sam are doing with their with Cash. He's exactly where yours is, pre-K and misses school. He loves it. I mean, so um, yeah, I can understand that's tough. Let's get into this kind of quickly. Let's start with what the Big 12 passed last night. I'm calling them, for lack of a better term, care packages, but how much have you guys, with the coaching staff and the entire football staff, and I know you guys have met as a staff. How much you guys discussed about what you can, what you want to send out, what the players actually need sent to them?
Well, we're currently working on that to figure out exactly the parameters of everything that's going on. I've reached out to some other guys in the league to see kind of what they're doing on their end, just to make sure that we're all on the same page and there's no confusion. But definitely just looking into it with everything being passed. But there's so much going on right now that it's part of the whole plan, and we'll get something put together and work on that as soon as we can.
One thing that I think fans may not realize, you guys do a tremendous job of taking care of the athletes, and even the stuff that they have to turn in on a regular basis. Some of it they just turn in to get it laundered, workout gear day to day. But in your estimation, how much, if they've kept themselves organized and haven't given any of it away, and have like I said, taken care of what's been given to them, how much in the way of shoes and sweats and workout stuff should the football players have in their possession right now?
Well, realistically, with what we've done for the bowl gifts and what they got during the season, on top of what they get for workouts and everything else, I mean, they have things to get them by. I think our goal would be to make it try to keep somewhat as normal as possible, the most we can at a distance, right? So I think that enough of these guys, they're so committed to their craft and their sport that they would have things to use to get them work out and use things that they could wear. But the care packages would obviously be to try to help the extension and supply somewhat normal workout material or clothing that they can use, just to try to make it seem as routine as possible would be my opinion.
All right, and then a lot of the other stuff comes under the guise of Rob Glass and his staff, as far as stretch bands and foam rollers and all that. The workout gear they could send off. Some of it comes under Charles Hewitt and the medical staff when you talk about supplements and those things. Gatorade bars, whatever they would send, athletes to help them. So you've got
Right.
you've got the equipment part of it. All right, you were in spring football, and all of a sudden, boom, spring football kind of ends. Um, and I know there's a lot of important things that you and your staff do. Helmets go off to be reconditioned. Uniforms have to be repaired, the ones that aren't going to be replaced. And people don't realize you don't get full sets of new uniforms every year. So some of those things have to be uh, fixed and ready for the next season. Plus, you do order new sets. What was it, white this year at the bowl game? So you'll get new white jerseys. How is all this kind of hampering your connection to Nike and your suppliers, and are you able to do business on a normal basis just through internet and so forth?
Well, we're trying the best we can to keep everything normal. Obviously, the fear is the fear is the unknown right now. But I reached out to our manufacturers that supply our equipment, and we're going to keep operating as if we're going to start football in August and roll right into it. That's that's the way we're approaching it. Do the best we can. Obviously, very aware of the social distancing, very aware of washing our hands and not touching our face and everything that's recommended. But within reason, we're going to try to do everything we can to prepare and keep the faith that this thing runs its course quicker than anybody anticipates, and we can get back to normal and be ready for Cowboy football again.
How big is your staff right now with Lynn? And I know you have a lot of student and part time help, but how many people are you keeping around working the equipment room during this time period?
Well, currently the students are gone. We've sent them home for the time being until we feel more comfortable about getting them back, and that's for their safety. That was our primary concern. Currently, Lynn, our new assistant, Trevor Cook, who we recently hired, and Wes Edwards are in the office, and we're managing the best we can to knock some of these things out and get them done. For realistically, we're a little bit ahead of schedule with everything, but the fear is once the economy kicks back in, a lot of these places are going to be having to play catch up for being limited for potentially a month to 2 months. So we're doing everything we can to assist with that and make it as easy as possible.
Yeah, right now you probably have got their attention more than anything, and like you said, it, when hopefully things normalize, retail will become pretty important. And I understand exactly what you were explaining there, playing catch up and so forth. Uh, when, when is usually your convention? The football equipment. That's usually in May, isn't it?
Yeah, the Big 12 manager convention is usually right around the early to mid part of May.
Okay, so and I know that's a good time for all you guys to get together and kind of learn from each other and pick up some things. All right, let's get to the fun stuff. This is more the fun stuff. Some of the things to keep fans occupied and engaged on the internet that I've noticed since the pandemic and everything has slowed down in the sports world. I'm sure you've seen the Brahms helmet bracket. All the different helmets. Fans are voting on their favorite helmets from Oklahoma. That has to make you and even Wes and Chief, the guys that preceded you. Uh, it has to make you feel good because it's created an amazing amount of interest, and it shows how much people appreciate all the different things you guys have done in the way of helmets and uniforms.
Yeah, compliments to the graphics guys and the staff for putting that together. I think that's been a really fun deal for a lot of people to get involved with through this time. But yeah, it's been fun. I wish, personally, I wish they would have added some of the older ones. I think there was some older ones that we didn't have on there that I think a lot of people were asking about. But it's fun to see that and keep people entertained and interested, and seeing how many people have commented or liked or voted has been really neat to watch with all the stuff going on. So.
The other thing I've noticed, you can, in fact, I was playing with this the other day, and it was almost addictive. That deal that you hit it and it keeps going, then you stop it and you stop on different uniforms, and again, that's just another extension. It's also amazing how many different combinations there have truly been over the years. Some of them it pop up and I say, "Oh, I remember that uniform now." I mean, it boggles the mind how many different combinations you've sent that football team out in over the years.
Well, through there's been a lot of student managers, obviously Wes Edwards, Matt Davis, myself, and Lynn Magby, Trevor Cook, and numerous people have been involved with helping get that thing going and keep it going, and we feel like it's been pretty good, and we're going to continue to do the best we can to keep it going. Just hope that we've represented Oklahoma State and in a first-class way and kept us looking to the part that our fans expect, because there's a big expectation here on the football uniform side.
Two things, and we'll let Justin Williams get, and one is, as far as like you said, the different looks and everything. You've got homecoming to plan for. I know you're not going to give anything away. And by the way, I've been fortunate enough to see the reaction of the players on game day when they walk in the locker room and they see a uniform. Probably the biggest one this year was the Veterans Day uniform that they had not. They had seen it on Sunday, but the week before. But their reaction when they walk in there on game day and see the uniform they're going to get to wear, it is truly special. In fact, I can admit one time I gave it away. I put something on. It was on the road. I put something on Twitter, and I got a nasty. I don't know if it was you or Wes or Chief or who it was. Somebody sent me a nasty text message and said, "Why are you doing this? Why you spoil this for the players?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's right. Yeah." And I haven't done it since, but I was going to ask you the plans for this year. I'm sure you're well into those.
Yeah, we're working on those. We've got a couple of new things coming. Just obviously, I'm not going to tell you, but
no,
and we got a couple of exciting things coming for the football season, and I think people will enjoy it.
Your all-time favorite?
My all-time favorite, the '88 throwback.
And it was an award winner. Should mention that that was a national award-winning uniform for not only Oklahoma State football, but for Justin and his staff. And yeah, the recreation of that was pretty incredible. And I would imagine it doesn't hurt that the players went out and beat Texas in that uniform as far as making it your favorite.
That helped a lot. It looked good, and it looked. It helped that we beat the Longhorns that day. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can say this, I think, without getting in trouble. Justin and his staff love putting the team out there in a great look. They love it a whole lot more when the team goes out and takes that look and bangs somebody over the head with it and comes home with a win. So, and that's happened more often than not. over the
Absolutely.
years as well. So, hey,
Absolutely.
Justin, I appreciate the time again. Know you guys are still working really hard even through this. People say, well, the facility is closed. What can they be doing? No, the facility's closed to outsiders. Staff still is working in the facility, like you said, keeping social distancing. And since there's only three of you guys working really in that, or four in that huge area, you can probably do that pretty easily. But appreciate all you guys do, and again, thanks for taking some time with us.
I appreciate it, Robert. And I just wanted to say one more thing. Hoping that everybody keeps their heads up and look forward to getting back to normal here pretty quick. And look forward to seeing you again running around the facility.
All right, Justin Williams, chief of the football equipment, coordinator of football equipment for Cowboy football, and again, award winning with last year. I know with that '88 uniform. The military uniform was up for some awards this year, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, every year there's award winning looks coming out with that Oklahoma State Cowboy football team. Hey, Justin, again, take care of your family.
Thanks, Robert.
All right, Justin Williams, and we appreciate him coming on with us. Um, Coming up next hour, we'll have, in fact,